the Revell Pulse Repair Part 1. A very non-dramatic success story and short video. This does not include any soldering or swearing or burning bits of plastic, so the internal bits are quite limited. But this is the repair of the Revell Pulse, which actually two motors failed on its maiden flight. Took it apart, a few screws to do so, not too bad. And these are the two questionable motors, both on the left hand side of the drone. One of them had actually melted, so I needed to buy a new one of them because it got so hot. And as you can tell, this shares the same bush components, or plastic bush components, with the 502E and 502C range of the hubsan. Here you can also see in the background the there's the melted bit, the aerial for the control in terms of 2.4 GHz system. And funny little bits of plastic popped out as well. I put one of them back, it seems to fit under the motor. So at the start of the video you saw it flying. This is the beginning of trying to trace the satellites. To get it up in the air you need a minimum of 6, as anyone who owns this kind of drone will know. I did play around with a few bits on the controller. There'll be more of that in a later video, but it's just a snapshot of one possible solution to get a bit more range. Just sort of popping a hole in the controller itself and leaving the aerial stuck out. I didn't actually go and fly any further on that. But here we are, still waiting for the satellites. So it's not all screwed together here either, it's taped. And the aerial itself on the drone is still left out, so hopefully that should give it a bit more range. I think it's listed as 70 metres, the Revell. Anyway, we're on 6 satellites now. Time's passed at about 7 or 8 minutes. Didn't have any kind of tripod or anything with me, wasn't sure if it worked being in the garden. And yeah, starting the motors. So, have we got a success for all that soldering and plastic and tape? Partially. On tick over the front left is perfect, the back left seems dead. However, as all suspense has been killed from the start of the video, give it a bit of beans and it does fire up, which is nice, and it does take off, which is even better. So, a success so far. This is part 1, as I say, of not the most interesting set of videos, but showing some progress in terms of changes and repairs to a little cheap drone. I'll keep going. Any sort of comments, any suggestions, anything else, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.